Let's not be poisoned and misled by the market campaign any longer.
That seem too good to be true.
We have like thousands of them in stock.
TikTokers claiming to work at Chinese factories that make high-end products and offering to sell them directly to Americans for much, much cheaper. The goods range from Birkenstocks
$10
to Nike sneakers.
Hello, boss. I'm a Nike shoes wholesale factory in China.
And Lululemon workout clothing.
Who are the suppliers behind Lululemon?
One video garnering 11.9 million views. But Lululemon says the claims made in the videos are not true. Though the company says it manufactures about 3% of its finished goods in China, a spokesperson telling NBC News, Lululemon does not work with the manufacturers identified in the online videos, and we urge consumers to be aware of potentially counterfeit products and misinformation. Authentic Lululemon products are only available for purchase at our Lululemon store locations, registered Lululemon e-commerce sites, and select authorized and specialty stores. And if you were tempted by that super cheap Louis Vuitton handbag,
Louis Vuitton has many Chinese suppliers, but they just don't admit it.
know that the company has long maintained its products are made only in Europe and the United States, as it currently states on its website. Louis Vuitton, Nike, and Birkenstock have not responded to our request for comment. Professor Shen Lu, whose research focuses on the global apparel industry, including international trade policy, says even if the factory did produce that hot handbag you want, they likely would not be licensed to sell it outside of its contract with the brand you know.
They do not only control where they source their products, but also they control where consumers can buy their products.
This trade war turned internet beef doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon.
Camila, thank you. Well, there's good news today about a storybook ending for a local bookstore. A small Michigan community came together to help move thousands of books to a new location, proving that old saying, many hands make light work. Here's top story anchor Tom Yamas.
When Michigan's Serendipity Books was preparing to move to a new home, owner Michelle Toplin faced a daunting task.
To have put all the books into boxes probably would have taken us 2 or 3 days.
Her collection, nearly 10,000 books. So she came up with a novel idea and put out a call for volunteers to act as a conveyor belt.
That's an incredible supply chain.
You know, it really was. People really consider independent bookstores theirs.
Shoulder to shoulder, the community formed a line 300 feet long from the stockroom of the old shop around the corner and into the new store.
There was a 91-year-old woman, there was somebody with their 6-year-old child, and we figured if we just did it book by book, everybody could be involved.
What began as a single human chain doubled with 300 people and one dog turning out to help, including Donna Zach.
It was just a joyful experience, passing the books and noticing and commenting to each other about, oh, have you read this one? Have you read that one? I really enjoyed this one.
New friends were made as covers of bestsellers were passed from neighbor to neighbor, moving an entire inventory in just under 2 hours. And yes, in alphabetical order.
People started clapping and cheering and singing, and it was just overwhelming.
Now, Toplin is getting ready for the next chapter, a bigger location opening later this month. And for someone who has read more words than most, when she thinks about her community, she simply has 2.